Padaya Nitekripadine, Gaurakata Damadaya Nagara Namamo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashai Bhutale, Srimate Bhakti Vedanta, Swaminiti Namine, Namaste Saraswati Devi, Gauravani Pracharine, Nirvishesha Shunyavadi, Paschatya Deshatarine, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Panchanga Pranam to all devotees. I welcome all of you for this journey of the 17th day, last but one, 17th chapter. So nice to see all the devotees joining so regularly, and we all should be very grateful to Namanishra Prabhu and ISKCON Kulai, Radha Govinda temple. On behalf of them, we are able to relish this 18 days journey. So if possible, I will share one link at the end about the inauguration of the temple. It's during the COVID time only, Prabhuji bought the land and he started construction with Krishna's mercy. Now we are going to have the inauguration on 19th of August. Before this also, Prabhuji had a soft inauguration. The temple was not fully constructed that time. It was in the, 25% construction. But instead of having a center in somebody else's place, Prabhuji thought it's better to take the devotees there and do the daily worship. That is right from Mangalarti, everything. So that was held on 5th, 6th, 7th, 3 days of November 2023, last year. Okay, no. Last year, November 5th, 6th, 7th, Guru Maharaj was there. That Shiksha ceremony took place. But Prabhuji shifted, the soft inauguration took place last Janmashtami only. So this Janmashtami, it is going to be 1 year. But Prabhuji living there with the devotees got the whole temple constructed. And it is one of its kind. You all must make efforts to come on the 19th of August this month. I mean next month. Tomorrow is 1st August, right? Hare Krishna. So this, I think we will come to this later at the end. Yesterday, where did Krishna finish? Can anyone of you tell me? Where did Krishna finish? What were the last 2 verses? Okay, last 2 verses were about Et Shastra Vidhi Mutsrijya. Shastra Vidhi. One who knows the rules and regulations of the Shastra will definitely make an endeavor to reach to Lord's abode. But at the same time, one who does not have any confidence or knowledge about the Shastras, he will never even make an attempt to understand about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that, 1 second, I will try to share the last 2 verses so that the connectivity can be established. So, yesterday the chapter was all about Guna, right? Sattva, Raja, Tamo. What are the... But Tamo and Raja, generally Asuric, and Sattva is Daivi. But in Sattva also, there are many people who are there are many people, at times, they keep oscillating between the Sattva and Rajoguna. Okay, so just confirm whether you are able to see my screen. Yes. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yeah. Last but one it is. Yet Shastra Vidhi Mutrichya Vartate Kamakarataga Nasa Siddhim Avapnoti. He will never come to me. Siddhi means attain. He is not going to come to me. Who Shastra Vidhi Mutsrijya, who does all the activities against the injunctions of the Vedic scriptures. Mutsrijya vartate kamakartaka. A person who does not follow the vidhi, rules and regulation of Shastra, he will never attain me. Nasa siddhim avapnuti. Na sukham na parangati. He will not get happiness. He will not come to my abode. At the same time, a person who understands tasma chatram pramanam te कार्य व्यवस्थितौ ज्ञात्वा शास्त्रम विधानोक्तम. A person who knows about the Shastra, a person who follows the Shastra, a person who does karma according to the Vedic injunctions, karma kartumi gargasi, a person who performs according to the Vedic injunction, who follows the rules and regulation, they will definitely be elevated to my abode. Okay. Understood? So, the last two, he started from the Rajoguna, what is the mode, and like Daivi Pravritti people, what is their mode, and Asirin Pravritti people, what is their mode, everything he explained so well. You know, like he also said about the three doors to hell. Can anyone of you write in the chat? What are the three doors to hell Krishna spoke about yesterday? Trividam narakastvaram. Nobody? Trividam narakasyedam. Yes, if I say next word will come. Yes, Mataji.
Need anger, madam.
Excellent, Prabhuji. Thank you. Kama Krodha, Tata Lobhas. That is our visa. Kama, Krodha and greed. Very good. Thank you, Prabhuji. So, Krishna is starting from the same word. Sorry. The next chapter starts with the same word. What is that word you see? Again, Shastram. Arjuna is asking a question. Same thing. Yes, Shastra Vidhi Mutsrijya. Same thing last line we saw. Yajante Shraddhayan Vitaka. Tesham Nishtatuka Krishna Satvamaho Rajastamaha. So Arjuna is asking Krishna, oh Krishna, what is the situation of those? Beautiful question. So whole chapter Krishna is going to answer. One, what is the situation of those who do not follow the principles of scripture, but worship according to their own imagination? That is known as worshipping whimsically and independently, according to their own. Are they in goodness, passion, or ignorance? The beauty of the chapter, you see, where Krishna ends, he continues, starts from the same, so that there is a connectivity. So Arjuna asked, okay, Krishna, you told me, I agree. Those who follow will come to you. But you gave rules and regulation. What if they do not follow the rules and regulation, but according to their understanding, according to their own whimsicality, independency, but they are also devotees. Like there are so many Kali devotees. You know, they all believe that they have to do Bali. Only then Kali will be satisfied. This is also a rule. It was said, it is said in fact in Vedas, but we don't understand why do we give Bali. Bali is given because when the mantras are chanted with the same mood, and it enters into the ears of the animals. There is a chance that they take next birth human. The soul will transcend to a human body. That is why Veda has prescribed this. But we Mudas, we don't understand that. People give bali for their sense gratification, tongue gratification. So that is why Buddha came. Buddha came to tell that no need to follow any Veda. Krishna only came as Buddha. But that was the need of the hour. That time, people were not only blindly, not religiously following the rules and regulations of Veda in the same manner how it has been said. Vedavadarata, I told you, they interpreted everything and they started following. So Buddha came and told no need. So that's what he is asking. They follow what is given in the Veda. But Krishna, they may not follow in the same manner. What will happen to them? Trivida bhavati shraddha dehinam sa swabhavaja satviki rajasi chaiva tamasi cheti tam shrunu. Again shrunu came, you see. 7th chapter, 10th chapter, 13th chapter. Everywhere shrunu comes, right? Okay. So now you listen to me. The Lord is saying that now you listen once again. Yeah. Yes. Who wants to read? You need to read fast. One person can raise, you can read 5. Another person can read 5. Like that we can finish fast. Yes, Chetan Prabhu, go ahead.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Arjuna
Krishna.
said, O Krishna, O Krishna, what is the situation of one who does not follow the principles of scripture but worships according to his own imagination? Is he in goodness, in passion, or in ignorance? Hare Krishna.
Continue,
The,
Prabhu.
Su-
5 verses you can read.
the Supreme Lord said, according to the modes of nature acquired by the embodied soul, one's faith can be of 3 kinds: goodness, passion, or ignorance. Now hear about these. According to one's existence under the various modes of nature, one evolves a particular kind of faith. The living being is said to be of a particular faith according to the modes he has acquired.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
I will share first, we will discuss and then 2 more you can read. Hare Krishna. See, we know why we have fallen down, why we have taken this body. Or what is the one reason we have seen? Can you write in the chat what is that one reason because of it we are here in this human body? Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji. Greed. No. Okay, very good. So how do we do it? This is a process, Chetan Prabhu. Correct. Very good. Yeah, enviousness is also correct. But enviousness came why? Why did we get envious with the Lord? Because of our desires. What we don't have, others have. Then we get envy. Is it not? I don't have something. The other person is having it. So that is what is, then we develop envious. What is that? Why does he have? Greed is what I must have. Envy is what I don't have, but the fact that why does the other person has? So all these other, whatever you all have written, very correct. But they all are the byproducts of the desire. Correct, Jagdishan Prabhu, very good. Thank you. So whichever body we take depends on the desire what we had at the time of leaving our body. So that particular yoni we take in order to fulfill our desire. So the soul avriti, sorry, what is it? Avaranam. We saw no contamination. What is meant by the we keep saying no, contaminated with the material nature. So the once we come in touch with the material nature puts the avaran means what? The curtain on the soul, depending on whether in the previous birth we were in the mode of goodness, passion, or ignorance. Okay, that is the faith. So now that faith one has to develop. That is why we say in Navavida Bhakti also, we say it starts from the process. not the types. The process of bhakti starts from Shraddha. That's the first basic fundamental step. Even before that, 2 preliminary stages are there. I'll discuss that later. Remind me. Mataji, before Shraddha, what are the 2 stages? Okay. Now here. So according to one's faith, that faith comes from the previous. That is why the word one evolves. Okay. Yesterday, Lord told us it is possible to transcend from one mode to another. It's not fixed that one is born in the ignorance mode. He will always be ignorant only. Not at all. See Dhruva Maharaj, he was in passion. In no time, he was in Vishuddha Sattva. So anytime it may change. It is not necessary that one has to wear the same avaran. One has to go through the same curtain he or she has to wear. Okay. Hare Krishna. So the living being is said to be of a particular faith. So all this Asura Guna or Daivi Guna all depends on the faith. You might have seen many devotees without faith in Lord. Simply for the sake of going to the temple, they will go worship. As yesterday Mataji told, they won't give any heed to the devotees. Simply go worship and come. And in the temple, they may talk all prajalpa. Right? These all are that's why Arjuna asked, they go to temple, they worship you, but not in the manner you have said. They may worship according to their whimsical or independent manner. यजन्ते सात्विका देवान् यक्षरक्षांसि राजसः प्रेत भूत गणांश्चान्य यजन्ते तामसा जनाः. Read Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Men in the mode of goodness worship the demigods. Those in the mode of passion worship the demons. And those in the mode of ignorance worship ghosts and spirits. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So it again depends on the faith. If a person has got faith in the mode of goodness, what we saw that also in the 16th chapter, a person who has faith in more goodness, what will he do? He will offer everything to the Lord and then eat. Whatever work they do, they will keep Krishna in the center. Right? So those people with the faith in demigods, we all go to demigods. Means we all go to devatas. None of us, I mean, other than the very, very greatly elevated devotees. You remember 6th chapter, 40th and 41 verse. What was it? 1 minute. Shuchinam Shimatam Gehe. Right? So, a person who is a very, very, very elevated sannyasi or the devotee, if he passes away for some reason or the other, he fell down, he will take birth in the Shuchinam Srimatam Gehe. So, what is Shuchinam? That shloka is Prapa Punya Kritam Lokan Ushitva Shashwati Shuchinam Srimatam. Either he will be born in a Brahmin family or he will be born in a very, very big aristocrat family. Atava yogi name, this is 6.41. If not, if he had come to a very, very elevated stage, then he falls down for some reason or the other at the time of soul leaving the body. What will happen? He will take birth in an extremely elevated devotee's house. So, unless and until person takes birth in a very, very great elevated devotee's house. Otherwise, we all go to demigods. Here I need to say devotee means Krishna. Is there any internet problem? My laptop is giving me notification that internet problem. Give me thumbs up if you are able to hear me. Hare Krishna. Okay. Thank you. You are able to hear me, right? I'm waiting for one thumbs up. So I have to assume
Yes,
that. Yes, okay, thank
Mataji,
you.
we can hear you.
Okay,
In
thank you,
between,
Mataji. Because the
in between some
laptop is
problem is
giving
there, otherwise we can hear.
notification. Okay, thank you. So those in the mode of passion, they worship the demons. Demons who are demons in the sense, like, what do you call? Not like Hiranyakashipu, etc., but still there are people. There are people who worship the demons, even today. Even today, there are people who worship the ghost and the spirit. So, I don't want to tell in this platform, there are some states which are known only for this kind of worship. They call the spirit and they talk to them, and whoever has got problem, they will go to them and tell this problem. They will say, okay, I will call the spirit and I will talk to the spirit and give you solution. Then they do such kind of austerities. They also do. And they get the ghost, they talk to the ghost and give solution. There are so many people, so many, states it is followed. So it all depends on whether you have faith in the Supreme Personality of Godhead, or you have faith with the Devatas, or faith in the demons, or faith in the ghost and the spirit. Hare Krishna. So you can see the topmost picture is those who are in mode of goodness. Gopis, right? Then we go to Devatas, Brahma or Indra, we go to them for worshipping. Otherwise, other people, those who have faith in ignorance, they go to, in fact, there's a tree shown, they worship tree also as a god. They will do all the puja to a tree. What do you call? Arjuna's question is correct? No. That's what Arjuna asked. They also have faith. They also worship. But not you, not Devatas. They worship the spirits. So Krishna, if somebody has faith in worshipping and worship according to their independent whimsical manner, what is their future? Such a wonderful question. We all may have this doubt, isn't it? Lifelong for 60 years, I have been worshipping other devatas. All of a sudden, within 4 or 5 years, you come to Krishna consciousness. So those karmas also will have a binding on us, na? So obviously, everyone will get a doubt that what will happen to those karma. So the answer is, Krishna tells, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyo. Till now, whatever papa you have done, Moksha Ikshami Mashucha. Everything will be eradicated. So, no time is the auspicious time or no time is the bad time. Right now, Shruno, Takshanat. Takshanat comes in third verse of the Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, first chapter. Kaitava Dharma, Bhagavata Dharma. So if you start adapting Bhagavata Dharma, Takshanat, immediately we get, the Lord helps us to elevate. Okay. Yes. Who else wants to read now? Hare Krishna. Anusha Mataji. Yeah, go ahead, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. 17.5 and 6. Those who undergo severe austerities and penances not recommended in the scriptures, performing them out of pride, egotism, lust, and attachment, who are impelled by passion, and who torture their bodily organs as well as the super soul dwelling within, are to be known as demons.
Hare Krishna. Will you wait, Mataji? Next also you can read, but I'll tell. See, I'm actually right now staying in a very small place. It's almost like a village near Chitradurga district of Karnataka. Here in this village, what happens? There is what they call Jagaratra, something they call. Anna, what do they do? You won't believe. On the back side, from the skin, they put one hook and pull the skin up, and that person pulls a ratha, pulls a chariot with only back, the skin and the hook. Hooks one end is on the back side of the person, another end is hooked to the ratha, heavy ratha. He pulls and goes. And that day, all schools, colleges, office, everything is closed. They believe that those who go to see the Jagratra only, I don't know, some name they call. Those who go to see that, they will get all the punya. You also might have seen, like Kavadi, they call it as. And they put what you call Trishul from one end of the cheek and pull it out from the other end of the cheek. Similarly, tongue from top they pull it down. So many people do this. So they all have a faith in some Devata, no? That Devata says if you do all these things, you will get this much punya. Like that they say. And people do. So they all worship those kind of either Devata, what do you call? Ghost or demon with some faith. That is why it is told this chapter is Shraddhatreya. Shraddha means faith. Traya means three. Three kinds of faith people have. Faith in goodness, faith in passion, faith in mode of ignorance. Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji, continue.
17.8 to 10. Foods in the mode of goodness increase the duration of life, purity one's existence, and give strength, health, happiness, and satisfaction. Such nourishing foods are sweet, juicy, fattening, and palatable. Foods that are too bitter, too sour, salty, pungent, dry, and hot are liked by people in the modes of passion. Such foods cause pain, distress, and disease. Food cooked more than 3 hours before being eaten, which is tasteless, stale, putrid, decomposed, and unclean, is food liked by people in the mode of ignorance. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, if you cook 3 hours before, we tend to heat it. So if you reheat, what happens? What nutrition will be left in that? Otherwise, devotees, what do? They cook within maximum. They freshly cook and offer to the Lord. Worst come worst, if circumstances do not permit, but there is a rule again that within 3 hours, what we cook only, we should offer to the Lord, not a stale food. Also, we all know if we eat pungent, sour, or salty food, what happens? It leads to acidity, as you see in the second picture. As the burning food, the stomach burns. Yesterday we saw, no, the Lord is in the, 15th chapter. Agam Vaishvana Bhutva Praninam Degam Ashitaga Pranapana Samayuktaha Pachamyannam Chaturvidam. 4 types of food I only digest. Knowing very well the Lord is residing in our stomach in the form of Jatagni. Can we put this kind of food into our stomach? Otherwise, also remember one thing. The food what we put is all known as the ahuti to a yajna. This eating is also an yajna. Why? We have to maintain our material body. If we do not maintain our material body, we cannot do devotion. So we need to maintain. So the ahuti, brahmarpanam brahmakavir, brahmagno brahmanakutam, brahmaivatena gantavyam, brahma karma samadhina. Before we honor prasadam, we should tell the shloka. It's like a Brahma Arpanam. Everything comes from Devatas. We have seen in the 3rd chapter. Is it not? What we have seen? Annad bhavati bhutani parjanyat anna sambhavaga yajnat bhavati parjanyo yajnachishtasminasidaga. That is, it is said that we get the grain from the Devatas. They give rain, they give heat, they give everything, sun, light, heat. So we have to show our gratitude. So after getting the grain, we offer them in the yajna. That yajna aguti again goes and they again give rain. This we have already seen. So we should always eat, in fact, honor prasadam. That is known as honoring prasadam. So the first picture is like palatable. It's not very pungent. It is very mild food, which we offer to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So one should, that is why once somebody asked Srila Prabhupada, that vegetarian, non-vegetarian, something they asked. How can you tell Prabhupada that vegetarian food people They do not harm any living entity. Prabhupada immediately said, we don't call us as vegetarian eaters, we call as Krishnatarian eaters. Whatever we cook, we offer to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then we eat. That means what? Yes, vegetables also have life, but once you offer to the Lord, that is that papa of killing those living entities is nullified. That is why we call it as prasadam. Krishna takes all the papas and he gives us the prasadam. I wanted to say something else. 1 minute. Okay, anyway, Srila Prabhupada established the system of Sunday feast. Isn't it? Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All the ISKCON will have a Sunday feast program. And most of the devotees, for me to 200%, I started going to ISKCON only for the prasadam. I was in Bahrain that time. Bahrain means, many, very few Hindus, especially very few devotees will be there. All the devotees used to honor prasadam in the temple only. Every day in the evening, after the Sandhya Arati, there will be a class. After that, prasadam will be offered. And 99% devotees used to come at that time, prasadam time. Such a palatable food we give, no? So once we have Lord's prasadam, along with the prasadam, the Lord gives us his love also. So it is only not honoring prasadam, it is getting the love of the Godhead. Okay. Otherwise, also when we cook, so many insects which are not visible to our eyes may fall into the food. I mean, what we cook. So again, we are killing living entities, no? But once we offer to the Lord, all those papa gets eradicated. And once we on offering bhoga, honoring prasadam. Before we offer to the Lord, it is not called prasadam. It's only offering bhoga. Okay, the Lord eats. People may ask, it comes as it is. But that is why we need to have faith. The Lord eats cow. Example, I told you in one of the class. Anybody remembers? How can we prove that the Lord eats? Have you seen the food going down in the quantity, reducing? No. Okay. Best example is Govardhan Hill. When that Indra sends the celestial rain and the Govardhan Krishna lifted, after that was over, they offered bhoga to Govardhan. Everybody from their home, like a mountain, they brought. But Govardhan was going on eating. Okay, so that is one example that the Lord eats. He has bhoga with his eyes. Excellent. Anusha Mataji, beautiful. Because the Lord is spiritual body. He doesn't have to bring his hand and he doesn't have to eat. There are so many, so many beautiful stories are there. But that is a problem in having one day class. Okay, one Brahmana's son, he insisted that the Lord has to come and eat. Okay, the Lord came and eat. Yeah, yes, Mataji, Anusha Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji. 17.11 of sacrifices that sacrifice performed according to duty and to spiritual. Mataji, we went to that.
Sorry, Mataji.
Yeah. Of sacrifices that sacrifice performed according to duty and to scriptural rules and with no expectation of reward is of the nature of goodness. Hare Krishna.
So, Hare Krishna. Akarma is done in the mode of goodness. Doing for the activity, performing the karma for the pleasure of the Lord, not for our sense gratification. Right? Yes, Mataji. 12.
17.12 But that sacrifice performed for some material end or benefit or performed ostentatiously out of pride is of the nature of passion, O chief of the Bharatas.
Hare Krishna. So what does this mean? With some expectation for some sense gratification. There are so many yajnas. Putra Kamishti yajna. That means if anybody does not have children, does not have any child, then they, even Dasharatha Maharaj did it. So these yajnas are performed with some expectation. All of you might be knowing this story, but you all promise me and fill up your attendance this time. Okay? Vrikasura story. Vrikasura wanted to enjoy with Parvati Mata. So he wanted to somehow put Brahma into delusion, put Shiva into delusion, and he wanted to enjoy with Parvati. So he performed like Hiranyakashipu. He did austerity, right? Like that, Vrikasura also did austerity for so many years. He cut the flesh from the thigh and offered in the Yajnakuta. That time also Lord Shiva did not come. Finally, he was supposed to cut his head, put it as a ahuti. But once he cut, how will he put? So he just stood and he bent to cut the head just above the fire. So then Lord Shiva, he saw store. He thought, no, this is high time. I should go and fulfill the desire of my devotee. He came, asked Virkasura, what do you want? He said, I actually, these people, Hiranyakashipu, Vrikasura, they all have enviousness towards the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he told, whomsoever head I keep my hand, they should become bhasma. They should become ashes. Okay, Lord Shiva told us, why do you want such kind of benediction? You can ask anything else. No, that means you are not able to fulfill my wish. I did so much of austerity, you are not acknowledging. Okay, Lord Shiva said, okay. Then immediately what did he do? Tamoguna. The best example for Tamoguna. Immediately he wanted to keep the hand on Shiva's head so that Lord Shiva will get bhasma. He can drag Parvati ji. This is how he thought. Like Ravana thought, no, let me take Sita and enjoy with her. That is how he. The Lord started fleeing. Flee again reminds me, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, remind me later. So he flew to, he was going, running. Then he saw the Lord Krishna was standing as a covered boy some distance. He stopped. Shiva asked what? He told the entire story. Okay, then by then Vrikasura also came and the Lord asked, what is your problem? He said. Then Lord said, okay, this Shiva doesn't have any ability to give any blessing, mercy like this. You want to check? Come, we will go to a separate place and check. Because otherwise, if it is not fulfilled, people will laugh at you. So he took him. He told, see, best is, whether it is fulfilled or not, keep your hand on your head. He can't. He became Bhasma. Okay. Yes. Read Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. 17.13. And that sacrifice performed in defiance of scriptural injunctions, in which no spiritual food is distributed, no hymns are chanted, and no remunerations are made to the priest, and which is faithless, that sacrifice is of the mode of ignorance.
Okay, so systematically it is not followed, is it? Devadvija Guru Prajna Pujanam Shauchamarjavam Brahmacharyam Ahimsacha Shariram Tapuchyate. Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
The austerity of the body consists in this worship of the Supreme Lord, the Brahmanas, the spiritual master, and superiors like the father and mother. Cleanliness, simplicity, celibacy, and non-violence are also austerities of the body. Hare Krishna.
So, Hare Krishna. Yajna is also keeping ourselves cleansed. Yesterday only I think, yes, 16th chapter only. What is it? Damba Daivi Masuri Pravritti. What was that first beginning? Okay, in the 16th chapter, the Lord tells, that cleanliness is not only external cleanliness, it is internal cleanliness also is very important. Dambo darpo vimanascha krodha paruscha evacha ajnanachapi jatasya partha sampadamasurin. Dambo, just to show the world that I got so much of opulence, says, I am performing this yajna, Bhagavatam, 7 days Bhagavatam. People show, I am telling you, 7 days Bhagavatam has become very, it is done in passion. The entire village will be called. Bhoga will be offered. They may offer even, sorry to say that, non-vegetarian also. Because they are doing it in Damba. Okay? Dvija. What is here? Deva, Dvija, Kuru, Prajna. Deva, and Dvija means twice born. Who is twice born? Generally Brahmanas. One they take birth from the biological mother. Another one is at the time of thread ceremony. In Krishna consciousness, what we say? When we get the name from spiritual master. When the spiritual master accepts us as a disciple. So what happens? Austerity of the body consists not only, doing yajna. Here, we have to worship the Brahmanas. We have to worship the spiritual master. We have to worship the elderly people. We have to take care of the cleanliness, external as well as internal. Simplicity, again, yesterday we saw. Ahimsa, Kshanti, Arjavam, simplicity. Non-violence is ahimsa. Celibacy is shaucham, brahmacharyam. All these things are very important that is who does it? Deva, Dvija. Yeah, yes, Mataji. Who else wants to read? Anybody? Anudvega karam vakyam satyam priyahitam chayat. Swadhyayabhyasvanam chaiva vanmayam tapa uchyate. Go ahead, Mataji. 3 more, once again. I think some other people also have raised. Let me check. 1 second. Yeah, so many hands are there. Sorry. Yes, Shruti Mataji. In order, go first Shruti Mataji, then Harshita Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. 17.15. Austerity of speech consists in speaking truthfully and beneficently and in avoiding speech that offends. One should also recite the Vedas regularly.
Hare Krishna, that's a very important verse. In Vedas also it is said, no, Satyam Bruhi, Priyam Bruhi, Satyam Bruyatna Apriyam. What is it? Speak only the truth. But speak that truth which is very pleasing to hear. So if that truth is not pleasing to Apriyam, not pleasing to the ears, don't talk. During COVID time, it happened. So, like if the husband has passed away in the hospital because of COVID, wife is at home, she can't even go and see the husband. What is the use of telling her your husband passed away? Na bruyat satyam apriyam. So okay, in management workshops also many people say, 4 kinds of test, whether it is true or not. Even if it is true, it is beneficial or not. Like whether if it is true also, did you hear or did you see? Did you really experience? So many things are there. So before speaking, we have to put them into many tests and speak. Yes, Mataji.
17.16. And serenity, simplicity, gravity, self-control, and purity of thought are the austerities of the mind.
So, yajna, different yajnas are there. As I just now told, what we eat also is yajna. So here, speaking the truth, being simple, gravity, self-control, all these things are known as austerity. Yajna means what? Tapa. Tapa means what? Austerity. What is austerity again? One has to go through sufferings to achieve something. Kali Yuga austerity is what? Kali Yuga Tapa. In 10th chapter it is said. Nama Sankirtan. One has to go through difficulties. Get up early in the morning. chant 16 rounds with pure mind. Namavasa, Nama Aparad, Namavas, Shuddha Nama. We have to go through 3 stages. Beginning only, we can't chant the Shuddha name, right? Yes, Mataji.
Yes. 17.17. This 3, Mataji, Shlok padna hai?
Yeah, try Mataji, no issue.
17.17. Shraddhatreya paraya taptam tapastatri vidham nari aphala. Mataji, I can't read this word.
Apala Kang Shibir.
Yukte satvikam parichaksate.
Very good. Okay,
Parichakshate. Hare Krishna. This threefold austerity practiced by men whose aim is not to benefit themselves materially but to please the Supreme is of the nature of goodness.
Hare Krishna. Parandrishwani vartate. Samsiddhim haritoshanam. Whatever we do, we do it for the pleasure of the Lord. Yes, Mataji.
17.18. Satkara man pujartham tapodambhena chevayat kriyate tad iha proktam rajasam chalam adhruvam. Hare Krishna. Those ostentatious penances and austerities which are performed in order to gain respect, honor, and reverence are said to be in the mode of passion. They are neither stable nor permanent.
Why? Because we are not doing it for the Lord's pleasure. We are doing it for getting respect from the society. People tell, no, just now I told Bhagavata Saptah, big board banner they will keep. In this is his place, so and so person is performing this Bhagavat Katha. As I told, they offer non-vegetarian to the Supreme Person. Sorry. To the Devatas. So Supreme Personality of Godhead says that this kind of worship is mode of worship in the passion, not for the permanent happiness, not for giving pleasure to the senses of the Supreme Lord. Yes.
Yeah. Should I read Mataji?
Moonagrahi. Okay, I will read Mataji. Little difficult shloka. Moona gragni tatmanakyad. Pidaya. Pida means pain. Pidaya kriyate tapaka parasyotsadhanartam va tattamasam udahritam. Read Mataji.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, 17.19. And those penances and austerities which are performed foolishly by means of obstinate self-torture or to destroy or injure others are said to be in the mode of ignorance.
Okay, so three verses continuously we saw. Work performed, austerities performed for the pleasure of the Lord in goodness. Austerities performed for self-respect, honor, etc. in the mode of passion. Austerity performed by foolish means of torturing. As I told now, taking big things on the shoulder and going. There, some people run on the fire, not only barefoot, okay, they carry their wife or child also. If the child is, I know a person who did, child was getting on and off in fever. So they call it as Mannat Mangaliya. They told the Lord, Devatas, if my child gets all right, I will walk on the fire with the child. So the fire will be burning from the ground and he will walk on that barefoot, carrying the child in his hand. What do we call? Foolishly performed. Hare Krishna. दातव्यमिति यद्दानं दीयते नृपकारिणे देशे काले च पात्रे च दानं सात्विकं स्मृतम्. Yes,
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, 17.20. That gift which is given out of duty at the proper time and place to a worthy person and without expectation in return is considered to be in charity in the mode of goodness.
Hare Krishna. Harshita Mataji, I'm forgetting to tell you. You can read next. I thought I will tell, I'm forgetting. Okay, here it is what is written. Deshe Kale Patrecha. We have to give the charity to the right person, Kale, at the right time, and at the right place, worthy person. We can't give charity for clubs. We can't give, because what they will use it for non-devotional purpose. We can't give charity at the at the improper time also. That is maybe I should not be talking about this, but these days celebrating the Ganesh Chaturthi and the Dashara has become a fashion, right? There's a competition between people who are in the market. They take charity from people and they use it for various purpose. Kale, at the night time, you are coming back from your office. A person near a liquor shop is asking, begging you for charity. We should not give. Obviously, he will go to the liquor shop and drink. So all these things we have to see. Without, actually, I'll tell you that in the eating a non-vegetarian, 5 people, actually, again, Radhesham Prabhu only told in the lecture of 17th chapter. He knows a person from a village. So he went to Pune. Prabhuji is the president of Pune temple. He went and Prabhu, that was a Sunday feast. Prabhuji told, we like this offer prasadam to so many people. He also told very proudly, we also offer prasadam to many people. What do they offer, you know? They give bali to Devi and they distribute that as an offering to everybody. This is what. And his own friend, he runs a what is that? Distilleries. So these things are. So a person who brings the goat, who cuts the goat, who cooks the goat, who helps in transporting, who eats, all in cursing. Okay, not one person. Yes, Mataji, read once again. Harshita Mataji can read.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Charity given out of duty without expectation of return at the proper time and place and to a worthy person is considered to be in the mode of goodness.
So again, to a worthy person, the purpose for which we give the charity is very, very important, along with the time and place. Yes, Hare Krishna Mataji.
17.21 But charity performed with the expectation of some return or with a desire for fruitive results or in a grudging mood is said to be charity in the mode of passion. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, this is again one more very grudging mode. Even after giving the charity, how many people think, I should not have given. But before giving, you understand what purpose you are giving. But after giving, there is no point in having the grudge. Many people, I myself have seen in many temples, not in ISKCON, before that I am talking. There are tube lights, Under the tube light, the person who has given this tube light as charity name is written. How stupid it is. They have said, they might have told in the temple, all the tube lights we will give you as charity. So on every tube light, their name is written. This is the mode of passion. Yes, Mataji. Adeshakale, sorry. Adeshakale yaddanam apatrebhyascha diyate asat avajnatam tattamasam udahritam.
17.22 And charity performed at an improper place and time and given to unworthy persons without respect and with contempt is charity in the mode of ignorance. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, as I said, if you give charity for a club wherein they all drink and enjoy, we are also subject to that papa. Okay, I will finish the last slide and tell you that story. I think I told the story. Yes, Mataji.
17.23 From the beginning of creation, the three syllables Om Tat Sat have been used to indicate the supreme absolute truth, Brahman. They were uttered by the Brahmanas while chanting Vedic hymns and during sacrifices for the satisfaction of the Supreme. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. See here, from the beginning itself, that means when the Vedas came, from that time, when the Vedas, that Brahma learned, from that time, we know these three syllables. Om Tat Sat. Tat is the eternity, Sat is the knowledge. This also we have seen. Tat Sat. Okay, Om Tat Saditi, that also we say. So Tat and Sat. These words, if we say after any austerity, that means what? It is like nullifying the effect. So why it is said? A person will say Om Tat Sat only when he believes in Vedas. So a person who believes in Vedas and sacrifice all the austerities to the Supreme Personality of Godhead only will tell this. So it said Om Tat Sat, we have to end at the end of any austerity, any yajna we perform. Yes, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. From the beginning of creation, the three words Om Tat Sat were used to indicate the supreme absolute truth. These three symbolic representations were used by Brahmanas while chanting the hymns of the Vedas and during sacrifices for the satisfaction of the Supreme. Hare Krishna.
You all might have heard it, isn't it? Om Tat Sat, every time we say that, like in mode of passion, just now we were seeing now, if the charity is given in mode of passion, that example, Nriga Maharaj, I hope you all might be remembering. Nriga Maharaj was a very, very, very pious king. And he used to give so many cows in charity. What happened? One cow by mistake came back after giving us a charity. And Maharaj did not knew that. Means without his notice, he did not know that the same cow has come. Without knowing the fact, he gave the cow as in charity to some other Brahmana. They started fighting. Finally, Nagara Maharaj had to come in the form of in the yoni, in the body of a lizard. So before we give charity, we have to see for what Deshe Kale Patre. Otherwise, we are also a part to the sinful activities. That is why here it is said, after giving charity, we need to recite Om Tat Sat. Then the effect gets little bit nullified. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji.
17.24. Thus the transcendentalists undertake sacrifices, charities, and penances, beginning always with Om to attain the Supreme.
Second point you read, Mataji. Om means?
Om means Vishnu. It is placed at the beginning of Vedic hymns to indicate the supreme goal. Hare Krishna.
That shloka is in Veda. It's given Oiti etad brahmanayo nidhi noha nama. So what is the meaning? Om means Vishnu. Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. 17.25. One should perform sacrifice, penance, and charity with the word Tat. The purpose of such transcendental activities is to get free from the material entanglement. Tat Tvam Asi. Chandayog Upanishad 6.8.7. Tat describes detached work for the sake of liberation. These activities are done with disregard for material results. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, Om Tat Sat. So what is it? Tat means the first Brahman realization. So that means this also describes when we know that I am not the body, I am the soul. That is eternity, is it not? So knowing that I am not the body is a fundamental understanding for liberation. So these activities are done with regard to for material result. What activities? The activities which are performed for the purpose of not transcendental activities, but for what do you call, to with an objective of getting freed from material entanglement. You may ask, Mataji, that is good, no, Mataji? No, there's a personal objective in front. I am doing a yajna just for freeing me from the material entanglement. There itself, it shows that it is not ahetuki. It is not without any expectation. So what the Lord is trying to tell here is, see, liberation is the byproduct of bhakti. You do bhakti only. Don't do bhakti for getting liberated. Try to understand this very well. Who is that? No, I'm not getting the name. That Bilvamangalam Thakur. Bilvamangalam Thakur tells, at my doorstep, Mukti is standing. But I don't want Mukti. I want only to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead under his lotus feet. I don't want Mukti. So you may ask, why Mataji is saying like that? What he says, if we ask for Mukti, what kind of Mukti we will get, we don't know. Sayujya, Sarupya, Samipya, 5 types of muktis are there. But without even expecting mukti, one who does devotional service is the ahaituki devotion. So without any expectation. So here it is told, even a person, if he is expecting freedom from material entanglement and do yajna, that is also not considered as transcendental activity. Okay, Hare Krishna. This is considered as a material result oriented activity. Mukti will automatically come if you do bhakti. Siddhi bhukti mukti kama. There is a verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, bhukti mukti kama. Even mukti, you should not have the desire for mukti also. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, 17.26-27. The absolute truth is the objective of devotional sacrifice, and it is indicated by the word Sat. These works of sacrifice, of penance, and of charity, true to the absolute nature, are performed to please the Supreme Person, O son of Pritha. Sad Ev Saumya, Chandayog Upanishad 6.2.1. Sat means eternal. Activities done for the service of the Lord reveal the true spiritual nature. In such activity, the performer of actions become eternal. The activities are aimed at the eternal, and the benefits of the activities are eternal. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol. Everything is eternal in that. That means there is the performer and the endeavors and all the other related activities which become a cause for a sacrifice, tapa. Everything is eternal. The absolute truth is the objective. So liberation should not be the objective. The pleasure of Lord's senses or the satisfaction of devotion should be there in the activity. Only then we call it as it is eternal.
17.28.
Lastly, Mataji.
But sacrifices, austerities, and charities performed without faith in the Supreme are non-permanent. O son of Pritha, regardless of whatever rites are performed, they are called asat and are useless both in this life and the next. Hare Krishna.
Hari Hari Bol. So 2 words, Tatsat, Asat. So it depends on the faith one has got. We may believe, we may not believe. So the faith also now on 3, it's 3 times. Faith in Sattva, Raja, Tamo. So a person who does austerities not according to the scripture, he does it in the mode of ignorance. And a person who does all the activities, pious activities, with some with some expectation for the sense gratification. He does austerity in the mode of passion, and a person who does yajna, austerity, tapa, for the pleasure of the Lord, does it for the in the mode of sattva, goodness. Hare Krishna. So Arjuna's inquiry, he asked the question, you remember? 3 questions. Sorry, 1 question with the 3 factors. Oh Krishna, a person worships, that is a fact. But how does he worship? He is worshipping according to his whimsical way, independently, not according to the scripture. Third, what will happen to him? So Krishna answered beautifully. All the basis is the 3 modes. In which mode he is doing this? Akarma. In which mode he is doing the pious activities. See, Tadvid, here also we saw. And Tadvid pranipatena pariprashrena sevya. So what is Tat? Tatvid. A person who has realized the soul. A person, self-realized soul is known as the Tat. Food in 3 modes of 3 mode. What we eat, we saw. What we eat, palatable food, burning food, and food which is cooked 3 days before, 1 week before. We saw the fungus wala bread in the picture. Mostly in abroad, they cook only on Sunday. Sacrifices in 3 modes. So, in Satoguna, sacrifices for the pleasure of the Lord, sacrifice and austerity both. And a sacrifice which is done with some expectation is in the mode of passion, and impious, which is not prescribed by the Veda. That austerity is known as in the form of Tamoguna. Then Pidaya, we saw that word, you remember? That as I told, they pull the Ratha, taking some pain, walk on the fire. So all these things are in the mode of ignorance. That is, so whatever pain we take also depends on the mode. Last one is Om Tat Sat. Om Tat Sat iti nirdesho. So with the objective of Om Tat Sat, for the pleasure of the Lord. Samsiddhi Haritoshanam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. More.